Hello, America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of Insecure Season 4, Episode 3. Look, we're not going to talk about the whole episode. We're going to only talk about a little bit of stuff because I'm late and I want to get this up before 7 o'clock. Okay? Let me just say, I don't like that. I don't like that ending. Okay, that ending got me a little bit. Mm, I felt a little type of way. But anyway, the episode starts off, and also I do not remember Condola telling Lawrence that she was married before. Now, if somebody can let me know, maybe I missed a part, but I could have sworn this is episode 3. I've done reviews for episode 1 and 2. So I'm pretty sure I've been watching the show, but okay. Anyway, we see Lawrence. He got on his little bitty boxers. He is over Condola's house practicing the speech that he's about to give to his bosses. Condola's alarm clock is real loud. She wakes up. They start talking about what their Thanksgiving plans are. He's like, we can go to my friend's house, like do like some hop around. She's like, no, I'm having a Friendsgiving. He's like, oh, okay, like, do you want me to come? She's like, oh, I mean, yeah, if you want to come. So they come, okay? So we see Lawrence at work. He wants to go do his presentation. He's not able to do his presentation because the company is going through some changes. One of the investors, they're leaving the company, so that means that shit is about to change. If you hear outside noise, my window's open, okay? It's the only outside I can get. And if you say I look a mess, I'm gonna block you. So then we see Lawrence, he's in the car with his friend. What is his friend's name? What is his friend's name and what is Issa brother's name? And what is Tiffany's husband's name? I don't know. I don't know nobody's name. Anyway, he's in the car with him. He's talking about how, if his job goes through changes, that means that he's not going to get the raise and he wants to move forward. And I feel like I'm standing still. His friend is like, nah, bro, I've been standing still. I ain't sold a house in over a month. And he like, but you just bought a new Range Rover. He's like, well, I'm keeping up appearances. I got to make my girl happy. I got to make it look like I got it. And Lawrence was like, I mean, Condola don't care about that stuff. And he said something. Either he said something to the effect of, well, you on the path to like being with Condola and like getting your stuff together so you can be with her, or you wasn't like that with Issa, so you need to be like that with her. I can't remember. I watched it last night, didn't take notes, then I rewatched some of it and took some notes, but I guess I didn't take enough notes. So don't be mad at me. We see Lawrence. He sees Issa at a restaurant. They say, hey, give each other a side hug. Then they start to joke. I mean, it's fine, to have a friendly interaction, but the interaction is a little bit friendlier because they've been talking. This technically, honestly, and truly would have been the first time that they had seen each other since, they had last seen each other, I guess, at the baby shower or wherever they had seen each other last season. This would have been literally, technically, the first time they had seen each other if Lawrence didn't go out of his way to go visit Issa at her home. So, oh, hey, jokety joke, jokety joke, oh, jokety joke. It's fine, whatever. Condola comes, things get a little bit awkward. Issa says that she gonna get up and go. She takes her food out and she sees the way that Lawrence and Condola interacts. And she's like, we see Issa and Molly. They go to the supermarket and they're buying avocados. Molly don't fuck with her father after finding out that her father had cheated on her mother. And Molly is debating whether she should bring Andrew to her family's Thanksgiving. And Issa's like, no, girl, you don't want to scare him off since y'all ain't been dating for a long time. And then Molly's like, okay, that's kind of whatever, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna try to let it go. And then Issa starts putting her stuff back because she's like, I can't afford this. We got the block party coming up in like 2 months. We are in the thick of things. And Molly's like, oh, yeah, there you go. Working with Condola, that shit ain't gonna work. And she was like, I mean, it is gonna work. I seen them. And, everything was cool. It was fine. And then Molly said something, but I can't remember what she said. Then Issa said, you was still fucking around with Dro last week. Something to the point of, girl, you ain't got no. Shut your mouth, okay? You're a home wrecker last time I checked, bitch. And Molly was like, well, at least I ain't fucking for free toiletries and liquor or whatever she said. And I was like, well, whoa, wait a minute, you guys. Can we go to our respective corners? Whoa, Issa, you first of all should have said nothing about don't scare him away like the old Molly. Girl, if that is the old Molly, then let that be the old Molly. But what's the old Molly? Because I'm not seeing a new Molly. In order to be an old Molly, you have to be a new Molly. And I'm not seeing that. I really feel like Molly had just retaliated. Honestly, I feel like from the point that Molly said, why you need your life to be messy, to then Issa saying, you mess everything up, to Issa then saying, Molly holding on to that. Then Issa then saying, don't scare him away. Then Molly saying, you know what, bitch, I'm sick of this shit. Now they're just going back and forth. They're like, okay, we need to discuss this. When you come over to my house to get your crunchy pie, no, why did I say crunchy pie? To get your crispy. No, pie is not crispy. Pie is not crunchy. It will be crispy. To get your crispy pie, we can have a conversation. They both agree to it. They're both going to do it. In the middle of this episode was really just focused, I guess, Lawrence is like a main character. It was only focused on, I would say, just Lawrence, Issa, and Molly. Condola is just a part of Lawrence's story, so it doesn't matter. Which makes me feel like Lawrence is going to come back in the picture. Because why is the story focused on Lawrence so much to the point where Kelly, Tiffany, yeah, it was a little scene with his friend, but like most of them, they were like Snapchat. They were like features. Like, they were just like sidebars, but this was the main cast, these three people, which makes me feel Lawrence and Issa are going to get back together. There's no reason for him to be on this show and so focused, like so featured in this episode. I don't like that. I don't want them back together, to be quite honest. Issa fucking cheated, okay? Bitch, I'm sorry. I know he was a trash nigga, he was lazy, he wasn't doing what he needed to do, but you motherfucking cheated on the nigga. No, no. Lawrence is living his life, you living your life. I don't really feel like, I don't know. So we see Lawrence, he goes to Condola's house for the Friendsgiving. He brings over some wine and he offers to fix her sink with this really suggestive YouTube video, because there are YouTube videos, or not YouTube videos, but there are videos that use pornography to teach. Why do I know that? Me and my husband, we was watching something, and there are videos to teach very erotically how to like change a tire and how to do all of this, like basic skills, but very erotic like. So it felt like that, and I was like, that house looked nice. How much money can Dola make? Cause that house looked nice. Do she own that house? Do she own that house? Look, let me look. Anyway, so we see Molly, she's visiting her family. Her father is trying to bring her a drink. She like, whatever. We see Issa and her brother there going to their mother's house, and her husband or boyfriend. I think this is the first time we have ever seen Issa's mother, who is played by the lady. I don't know. Okay, if she played in other things, don't come for me. The lady who played the principal. Was it the principal? Yeah, the principal of the school on the Steve Harvey show. Yes, her boyfriend or husband fell on some gravy and got a neck fracture. It's not funny, but he fell on some gravy and got a neck fracture. And Issa and her brother wasn't even trying to see family anyway, so they said, let us just tip on out when her mother went in the ambulance to follow the stepfather to the to the hospital. So they go out, they go get them some margaritas. Issa texts Molly and she's like, "Girl, I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna keep you posted on Pie Time." And I didn't feel like, I mean, I don't know, because Molly was like, "Do you, girl?" What? I'm okay, like I'm confused. What did Issa say? I guess okay. Yeah, it's like a built up thing, but like, do you, girl? Like, I didn't do nothing to you. Like, what did I do to you? Like, where you need to do you, girl? Girl, fuck you. Anyway, so we see Lawrence. He is chatting with Condola's friends, funny things. Then he asks when are the two couple, well, when is the couple getting married? And Condola suggests that they have their wedding in an art museum because it's easy to dress up. And they're like, "Oh yeah, you want to plan my wedding?" And she's like, "Hell no, girl, I ain't trying to plan no wedding ever again." And that throws Lawrence off because he's like, "Dang, I thought I could plan a wedding with her." I hope you don't hear everything that's going on upstairs. There's a lot of walking around. So if you hear a lot of walking around, I apologize for that. However, I do not own my own home. Not yet. I don't know. There wasn't a lot of funny scenes in this episode to me. Like Drunk Nikki, that wasn't funny to me. But when Drunk Nikki and Lawrence went in the kitchen and she told him the tea, she just needed something fun. She needed something casual. I mean, and honestly, truly, they should have been talked about this. How long? Because wait, pause. I'm sorry. Here, look at me. I'm getting into it. How long have they been talking to the point where she should have been told him that she was divorced? Because that sets the expectation of what this relationship is going to end up. Or like, are we in a relationship right now? Are we like, what are we doing? I was watching the wind down, and the lady who plays Condola, she said that she feels as though Lauren's character is just like trying to just get to the next steps in his life, or are ready for the next steps in his life, but they aren't necessarily with Condola because he doesn't know Condola. And that makes sense. Like he like what, 30 something, about to like want to settle down. He got a good job. He can afford the things that come with having a family. And she is not on that path. So I don't see how they would last at all. And I don't see how Issa and Lawrence would last. Because Issa don't have a career. Issa is literally starting the next steps of her life to get comfortable within herself, doing something that she wants to do and building a brand, or building like something that can take off and be monumental. She's not in the position to like want to have a boyfriend or a husband and then like get married in that moment. It's one thing if you've been married and now you're doing something. Get married in that moment, have a fucking family and raise that. Like, no, no. Lawrence and Issa, no. Condola and Lawrence, no. We see Issa and her brother. They are out to dinner. He is talking about how, well, they're both talking about how their family background was really fucked up, and growing up was really fucked up. Her brother is like, I just figured out that, after dating and doing all of this stuff, that I wasn't going to change myself for somebody else, and somebody was just going to have to accept me for who I am. And that really resonated with Issa. Then Issa says, I seen Lawrence and Condola the other day. It was very weird because it was a different Lawrence. It wasn't the Lawrence with potential. It was the fully realized Lawrence. It was the Lawrence that like I put in the time and the effort. It was like, bitch, you going to pick an apple off the apple tree, but guess who planted the fucking apple tree? And she was like, nah, let me not say that because that's not cool. And her brother is like, no, you're entitled to feel any way that you want to feel, but I mean, you are, but at the same time, you cheated on him. And at the same time, I know, but like, girl, you are the one who initiated the relationship ending. So you can't really feel any type of way about how he is in a different relationship, or like how his life is going, or how he's treating anybody, because you cheated on him. So Molly's family, they're about to play, what were they about to play? Yahtzee, Scrabble, Taboo. They were about to play Taboo. And usually Molly is always on her father's team, but Molly is like, oh, it's an odd number, I'll just keep score. And the little boy, and that was Masika. The little boy was like, no, I want to keep score. I don't know his real name. I just know him from All Deaf. Her brother was like, yo, why you acting like this? Like, you keep focusing on the negative stuff, but that man changed. Like, he actually like made it better. He actually worked through it. Like, I know that you looked at our father as like, oh, but like he's a real person and he made a mistake, but he came back and he fixed it. So cut the nigga some slack. Can you cut him some slack? It's been 55 years. You acting like, she said, all y'all acting like it didn't happen. He was like, how was mom acting like it didn't happen? It happened to her. Girl, why are you taking it more seriously than the woman that it happened to? And you're a child. You don't know nothing. Girl, sit down. So she's like, whatever, fine. She decides to let, her father back in, and she gives him a piece of pie. Okay. When Lawrence was talking to Drunk Nikki, he had done the faucet. That's why I'm going to call her Drunk Nikki. And the faucet sprayed on him. So he took his shoulders out. I was like, look. I love basketball for the sport. That's number one. So don't ever try to test a nigga. I ain't really trying to go back and look at highlights of old people. I want to, but not really. My eyebrows look a mess. But like, I love some shoulders. I'm a shoulder woman. Okay, I'm feeling like I'm a shoulder woman. And Lawrence got them shoulders. This is not hitting for me, but this, I was like, her friends are leaving. Condola says, thank you for being such a great co-host. He's like, thanks for inviting me. She's like, oh, well, technically you're invited yourself. Okay, bitch. Let's go with the semantics. He's like, oh, I mean, did you not want me to come? She's like, I mean, yeah, no, it's fine. I just, you invited yourself, but I'm very happy that you came. He's like, why didn't you want me to come? She's like, I didn't want to put pressure, and I understand what she means, because I guess in the same situation of Molly and Andrew, they have only been talking for a couple of months. So she didn't want pressure. He was like, oh, well, I guess Drunk Nikki was right. She was like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, she just said that I was a fuck buddy. She's like, no, that's not right. And he's like, well, you don't want a family. And she's like, I never said that. He's like, well, you said you didn't want to get married. She's like, exactly, because I was married. I got divorced a year and a half ago. What are you talking about? And he's like, are you getting over your ex? And she's like, what? That has nothing to do with him. If I have any ex that I should be worried about, her name is Issa. Okay, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, nah, I broke up with her. And she's like, because she cheated. And he's like, so? And she's like, so? If she didn't cheat, would y'all still be together? The answer is yes. I don't see Lawrence changing the dynamic. I don't. I don't see Lawrence changing the dynamic of their relationship in the first season. It was just like, if Issa wanted to push ahead and, deal with the shit that she felt, and the animosity or the anger or whatever that she felt toward Lawrence at that time, he would not have changed. And what is it, season 4? They would have been the same way. Season 4, the show would have been canceled, because it would have been the same thing over and over and over again. And that makes him ponder. It makes him wonder. So while Issa's dropping off her brother, she's like, I gotta go get this pie for Molly. And he like, are y'all okay? She's like, I mean, yeah, we fine. We just having, normal friend stuff. It's fine. Their mother texts, and their mother's like, thanks for hanging out with family. They're like, oh dang, you think we should have hung out? And her brother is like, bro, you ain't gotta do nothing nobody tell you to do. That's what my therapist told me. And look, let me say something. At first when I heard it yesterday, I was like, oh, but now, I'm hearing it. I literally told my husband, I was like, I ain't gotta do nothing but stay black and die. So I agree, 100%. So she decided against the pie. And then the last scene is finding Toyota. Please, why are they actually trying to find a car? We see Lauren scrolling through Snapchat, looking at snaps, looking at Issa's snap, sending her a laugh emoji when it wasn't really even that funny. The fuck wasn't shit funny about that snap that Issa and her brother made, but you want to send a laughing emoji? And that music came in like, it's midnight and she on your phone. What the fuck is going on in my house, in my home? The fuck? What is going on here? My camera's blurry because it cannot handle. It's you. There is no need for you to be ha ha kiki and laughing like. What the fuck is the joke? I'm done. So if you all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Everything else you need to know about me will be down below. My name is Brio. I make beats, I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. Bye.